So a common problem with Dyson cordless vacuums is when the vacuum does something that's known as pulsing. That's when it sounds like this. The vacuum clearly has power and it clearly should be working, but something's wrong. So how do you fix pulsing on a Dyson vacuum? It's actually usually a simpler fix than most people think. Pulsing happens when the vacuum is clogged. So what do you do if your Dyson is pulsing? You want to look for obstructions in the airflow. The first thing you want to do is get this extension piece and look through it. Can you see straight through? You should be able to see daylight through with no issues and no obstructions. If anything is clogged in there, you want to put something in there like a wooden dowel and get it out. If it's not in the wand, then go ahead and look in your cleaning head. These things can get a lot of junk in there, and hair and things like that won't be the problem. They're gross and it means your Dyson needs to be cleaned, but they're not going to cause pulsing. What you want to do is look down here or look in here and look for something that's stuck inside and it's going to stop the airflow. Again, that's not going to happen by a little dust or some pet hair. It's going to be something larger, maybe something soft like a piece of cloth or a tissue, maybe a ball of paper, something that is actually preventing the air from going through. A lot of times the pulsing happens where something is caught right here in the entryway to the bin. Basically, you could see right here, the air goes in and then has to take a sharp turn right here. You could just make out where it basically turns to go this way. That's a popular point for things to get stuck. Again, that thing usually has to be on their larger side and something that could get pulled in, but then bunch up. Paper is popular, pieces of cloth, something that is going to be able to obstruct the airflow, but also make its way into the vacuum. Not really likely it's gonna happen with like a dust ball, say. The bin usually isn't a problem for pulsing, but if you clean out your bin, you could remove the bin and then kind of make sure there's nothing in there stopping it. Sometimes you want to check out your filter and make sure the filter isn't clogged or caked with dust. It could get pretty gross in here if you don't clean it out regularly, so check out my video about how to clean the filter on a Dyson vacuum. You won't get anything in here because there's basically a metal mesh stopping that stuff from getting inside this area, but this filter itself can become clogged over time. That usually isn't the cause of pulsing, but it's worth checking it out. So at this point, we've checked out the bin, the neck piece here, the cleaning head, and the wand for obstructions. At that point, the pulsing should be gone and your Dyson should be fully active again. You'll have a nice clean sound like that with no problems. If this hasn't solved it, keep looking, usually inside the cleaning head, for any sort of obstructions. You may have to tear down the Dyson vacuum and give it a really deep clean. I've done videos on it in the past, so check out them in the comments below.